In February 2001, I traveled to Vietnam with an organization called Kids First.
Vui lòng đến cửa số 6 để chuẩn bị khởi hành.
You know very well.
Passengers on Vietnam Airlines.
Oh, he's got his chicken in his back pocket.
Last time we had
Let me
about
zoom in
20
on that.
boxes.
We were asked to check just one piece of luggage so we could take boxes for Kids First. The boxes contained wheelchairs.
There better not be any more.
Roger Farrell is co-founder and co-director of Kids First, along with Arden Norvald. He would be our leader. Kids First is a non-profit, non-governmental organization, or NGO, focused on creating educational opportunities for poor and handicapped children in Quang Tri Province, Vietnam. We spent the next few days enjoying the sights and sounds of Saigon and Hue.
Number 1, number 2.
We'd also get to know some of our fellow travelers. On Wednesday, we'd take a bus from Hue to Dong Ha to attend ceremonies at the Kids First Elementary School.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
No more keys?
Bus ready to go, and they'll follow us. Okay?
Yeah.
How long is the drive?
Dạ 2 hours. 2 hours. 2 hours go to Đông Hà.
Yay!
All right. Vietnam remains a very poor country. The average income is about $1 a day. In 1995, the U.S. trade embargo was lifted, and 2 years later, national elections ushered in a group of young progressive administrators. Time will tell, but the stage seems set for a much brighter economic future. She's fixing potholes.
Có hỏi trưởng đoàn bây giờ là đi thẳng vào Ủy ban nhân dân tỉnh. Cái cầu với đường cấm ấy nhỉ? Cấm xe khách chết. Xe của tôi xe 24 với xe 30 chỗ nhỉ? Bọn tôi chưa biết đường vào Ủy ban nhân dân tỉnh nhỉ? Anh cho người ra dẫn được không anh? Dạ, tôi đây chờ nhá.
The Foreign Relations Department is the coordinator for all the work we do in Quang Tri Province. And we thank them very much for their help in accomplishing our work here in Quang Tri Province. Without their assistance, we would not be able to do what we're doing. So, Mr. Meyer. Spent one more day in Saigon, and they're coming. They should be here around 10 o'clock. Kathy Gentino, the person that is working at Kids First, works for Mercer Island High School. So she suggested that Kids First would be a good project for them to come to Vietnam.
So, this is the school that Kids First built. It's a beautiful 12-room schoolhouse that serves 800 children. It's also the first handicapped accessible school in the country. Arden Norvald is co-founder and co-director of Kids First, along with Roger Farrell.
And we're excited to help 6 children who need new arms. And after the ceremony, they will be shown how to use the new arms.
Và sau buổi lễ này thì chúng tôi sẽ tiến hành lắp đặt.
The arms were made by a special doctor in the United States. This doctor is also an amputee. He's missing both legs, he's missing one arm, and he's missing an eye and an ear. But this man has accomplished so much. With him being disabled, it gives hope to all the children here that your disability should not slow you down.
And so the ceremony proceeded, presenting artificial limbs and wheelchairs to children disabled by landmines and birth defects. How much of this was a direct result of our war in Vietnam? It's hard to know. It's estimated that between 1962 and 1970, over 40 million liters of defoliants were sprayed from American planes in order to deprive the Viet Cong their forest cover and food crops. The active ingredient in these defoliants is dioxin, which has a half-life of 8 to 10 years in the environment, but remains much longer in the human tissue. Children and old people were most susceptible. Some died immediately from the poisons, while others suffered respiratory diseases, skin rashes, and other ailments. The dioxins also have been blamed for high levels of miscarriage, birth defects, neurological diseases, and cancers. So, how much of this suffering is a direct result of American involvement? When I asked Roger this question, his answer was simple. Kids First is apolitical. It's not necessary to determine cause and effect before we can help. The need is obvious, and relatively small amounts of money can do such a great deal of good. In addition to helping disabled children, Kids First presents scholarships to students whose families are very poor. Were it not for the $25 scholarships presented twice a year, many of these kids would not be allowed to attend school, but would instead have to work to help support their families.
Wherever you go and whatever you do, a part of my heart goes with you. My love to you, Dr. Holder.
All right, it looks like it works great, huh? After the ceremony, we attended a banquet, and after the banquet, the clowns entertained.
Yes, yes!
Today, we would attend a groundbreaking ceremony for the Kids First Rehabilitation Village. It would be built on land reclaimed by the Peace Trees landmine removal process. Quang Tri Province has provided 80 acres of land and utilities for the project. This project is an ambitious one. The Rehabilitation Village will provide treatment and vocational training for handicapped children. A wide variety of training will be available, including a working farm. In addition, the project includes a world-class hotel. With income generated by the sale of agricultural produce and various other goods and services, the Rehab Village is expected to be economically self-sufficient within 5 years from opening.
Phục hồi chức năng, suy đa dạng chức trầm trọng, hiểu biết thêm, thắt chặt hồi chức hơn nữa mối quan hệ với nhân dân Mỹ và các bạn Mỹ trong tranh lửa.
This is a place where we and the people like us will have a chance for studying, for training, and for playing.
Nhân chúng cháu xin cảm ơn.
Thank you very much for your support.
I'd like to recognize Peace Trees Vietnam for their contribution to Kids First in the clearance of the UXO on this site that's underway at this time. I'd like to recognize Sister Cecilia from the Philippines. Sister Cecilia is the director of a training village in the Philippines for handicapped young people. Kids First hosted a delegation of Vietnamese led by Mr. Chen to go to the Philippines and see the work that's being done there as an example of what we can accomplish in Quang Tri.
Tôi cũng xin gửi cảm ơn chúng ta sơ cuộc đến từ Philippines.
I would like to recognize Shirley Forsgren. Shirley had been on a visit to the village in the Philippines and came home and suggested that this would be a good program for the Quang Tri province. So that's how we got started developing this idea. Thank you, Shirley. Thank you again for your support. It's a great honor for me to be here today. Thank you.
Xin cảm ơn rất nhiều, xin cảm ơn với sự hỗ trợ. Việc của bạn hôm nay xin cảm ơn.
Tonight we'd have dinner at the Duk Son Pagoda Buddhist Orphanage. It's one of the orphanages that Kids First supports financially. Mr. Lam Phan's mother, who lives in Hue, joined us. We'd have an excellent vegetarian dinner, and then we'd play with the kids. Rand Hillier told me an interesting story. He suggested to the Buddhist nuns that with the help from his Rotary Club, he could replace their old wood-burning stove with a new propane stove. They thanked him, but declined, saying that it would not be good for the men in the community that supplied their firewood. I was also told that at one point the government wanted to take over the operation of the orphanage. The Buddhist nuns resisted and the government backed down, apparently because of strong community support. As Kids First volunteers, we pay our own travel expenses so that all of the donations go to the children. In addition to helping with various Kids First events, many of the volunteers, having been to Vietnam before, were quietly doing things on an individual basis to help the poor and disabled.
For the younger brother?
Dragon boat.
Today, we travel up the Perfume River to a village that suffered severe flooding the year before. Many of their water buffalo had drowned, and Kids First was replacing them. For $50 each, 11 water buffalo were purchased, and today we'd take part in a ceremony presenting them. Roger's contact here was Mr. Le Van Tu. His title was Standing Secretary in the Provincial Department of Science, Technology and Environment.
You look very well. How much?
Bà con đi bán thuê được chỉ là 4 ngàn không bán. 4 ngàn được đó nè.
Four at a time. If you guys are too heavy, make it 3.
Wouldn't want to be
All right.
Now we're the local entertainment.
Yeah.
See you on the comeback.
Oh, let it go and see if it gets across the river.
I thought it was fun. He said, I don't think these t-shirts are very well.
In the rainy season, the water is higher.
Hey, Roger, here comes your boat.
The farmers that received the water buffalo agreed to give 15% of their crops the first year to the Dak Som Pagoda Buddhist Orphanage in Hue.
Closer, Carol. Closer, Carol.
Everybody
Ride that sucker, Carol. Thank you. Come on.
Don't move too fast. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, you gotta get through there before you sink.
Yeah. You don't wanna go too slowly.
This one chicken, this one beef.
Is this whole wheat bread?
Yeah, and English pepper and salt.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Hey,
yeah.
Mr. Levantu's daughter had prepared the sack lunches. In addition, we'd have a special treat. The villagers had given us crab and shrimp.
Peter ơi. Yes. Cái này cho con thì nó phải bring her back. Dạ. Quán tên nhiều.
Thank you. Oh, what's up?
A double heart.
I'm gonna let All right. Excellent.
Okay, see you later.
We were on our way to Haiphong to visit a government-run orphanage. This would be our last official Kids First event.
của Paulsville, North Kitsap, và Port Townsend, Sutang, Zien, và Coquan Rotary.
Since we were last here, the government has made many significant improvements to raise the quality of life for the children.
Để nghĩa để nâng cao đôi sống cho trẻ em.
That's what I said.
Okay.
Rand Hillier and John Doney, working with their Rotary clubs, raised money to upgrade the orphanage water system.
this is the end of the ceremonies, and I would like to say many thanks for everyone's participant in this ceremonies. Thank you very much.